back. Ace king straight away. My lord. Let's open it. Let's treat ourselves. We've got to open here against these two tight players. We'll be opening quite a wide range against these. He's a Limpetron. He's cooling along. Pretty gross flop there. I mean, tough. People miss, they're going to fold, but we're just going to give up on that. And we get the rejam when we have ace king. Let's hope we can win this. We have a pair now. It's going to be hard to win. Just cool here, and an ace on the river, just cool, just to cause some confusion. Let this guy spew off. Hopefully this guy will spew out at some point. We're going to check here, try and get him to spew the river. Here we go. Oh my god. So we did get him to spew on the river, we accidentally limped. So he bets the river, we just fold. You can bluff the river here, as we know. It's a terrible board. We're three ways, so... Again, if it folds around, there's another open with a jack-9 suited. Love to bet this and then be able to show the 8-4 off. What do we reckon? They all have pretty honest c-bets, honest folds as well. So we could try this. So to get that guy to spew, that's why sometimes you've got to do that. If you've got a really aggressive player, you've got to adjust your strategy to get the most money. So on this river, he is turning his hand into a bluff. He could definitely check back a 10, but he decided to spew because he wanted to try and win the pot. Just give this guy an egg as well, just keep him hot. We didn't show in the end, guys, we just won. That's all in for not very much. I think we can call here, and if anyone re-ices we can probably just fold. Diamond. Ace. Oh wow, we chop it up. We've got a tournament coming in 2 minutes. Flop a 9. We'll just bet some more here, get him to fold a lot. Could well have a heart here, so we're trying to get value from a heart and possibly a 4. Jamming again, we'll just fold this time, there's too many people to act. On the river he misses, we should be good, but he had a jack all along. Well, that's fine, we kind of led him there in quite a small ball way. He didn't really manage to extract a lot of value from his hand. But also he had quite a vulnerable hand, it's not really... If he pushed it too much he just gets folds from the worst things, and things that are as good or better staying in. If we can play blind against blind with swooping pots, we can. I feel like he never really has a strong hand here. The best he can have is probably a 6. So we're expecting to fold a lot. There we go. Because he didn't really even contemplate a re-raise, so he doesn't have any ace-x, or really even any decent Queen X. Queen 2 is about the best hand he could probably have there. Ace 5 under the gun. This loose player opens, but we just fold. This player is playing quite aggressively, so it's another good open. Played 2 in a row, so give him credit. He's playing out of flow. So here we want to open because the big blind is that fishy player. We quite like playing pots with him. We don't have to get carried away like him. So if he loses his whole stack, we might lose a couple of big blinds in a skirmish. This guy rejams. Over 77 has never rejammed before, so we can't really. What are we getting? We're getting a good price, but I think he has this pretty crushed a lot of the time, so we're going to just fold. It's not going to make us a huge amount of money either way. He's probably pretty break even as a call, but higher variance as well. The 10s get there. That's heartbreak, and we don't really want to see the better players beating the weaker players like that. That's sad news. We've got to fix that glitch. This guy's aggressive, so this is a nice spot for us. Try and raise it up, get some value. Expect him to flat a lot, and then we just got to take our chances. We'll be in position. It just folds. Trip quick kings there, trip queens. He beats that other fishy player there. That's a bit of a shame because we quite liked having them next to us, even though it was a bit awkward at times. Get this through on the effective button. Both of them quite tight. Bad Zimum, he's capable. We'll check back here like we would with a lot of our aces, and then we bet the turn. Take that line, and if he calls here, he probably has a 7 or an 8, which is a bit annoying, but oh, there we go. He had a weird little draw, and we win. Quite like doing it that way because he can try and bluff that flop, especially with an inside straight draw that he had. If we check back, bet the turn, then it's sort of thing we might do with a strong hand, as opposed to just c-betting every time we miss on the ace-high board. That's my interpretation. It's open to interpretation. So 14 out of 29, 2 until the money. And over here, 5 out of 31, 18 is the money. Probably only down about $100 at this point. And still got a lot of tournaments to go. So we should hopefully end up with a bit of money. The big blind's not very free betty, nor is the small blind, even though it's quite aggressive, so definitely a good spot to open. We've been quite tight overall, but we're starting just to raise into it now, coming into our own. Get flatted, hand for hand playing. This person folds to c-bets a lot on the flop. Then we get I get this guy in as well. a little bit off-putting. So we're a little bit torn between the two, bets and checking. I quite like betting actually, because if we bet then we get a lot of folds and we just win. There we go. So that's kind of better than having to guess on the turn. A lot of good turns for us, all hearts, obviously another queen, a 10, also a jack isn't too bad either, gives us an open ender. We've got like super drawy cards like jack of hearts where we get flush draw and an open ender on the turn and we've got a pair still. So there's a lot of good turns, but we just bet small. We keep accumulating. The thing that would put me off is just that something like Jack 10 might try and bluff re-raise or something, but didn't happen. Sorry guys, I'm back. What's going on? Do the cat. I've got to deflee the cat. Hang on. Happy. You can go out if you want. God. Okay. We'll make the straight on the river. Just try and keep getting the value. Sorry guys, I had to deflee the cat. Didn't like it. I put a little bit. I had to rub the Santorini on Avita. But that was traumatic, wasn't it, guys? That must have sounded awful. Okay. Now we didn't like that, but it needed to be done. Do you want to go all the way to the place to do it? I mean, come on. Alright. Bloody hell. Traumatic, isn't it? I hope that some of it got on a little bit to the side of her, and I'm a bit worried that she'll lick it and die. Let's hope that doesn't happen. My mum would be angry. So we've got 8 out of 24, 6 from the money. And this one we are in the money already. Pretty bad reverse implied hands off suit as well, so might just fold this. They're quite shallow as well, it's very strong. Not just a jam. Blind against blind, we'll just jam this blind against blind. Unsullied. I like that. This guy's been pretty tight. I mean, he's actually played more aggressively more recently, so that's quite interesting. Maybe we need to view him a bit less tightly, because he seems to be opening a healthy amount. Okay. Just bear that in mind. 6 big blind all in. A couple of people to act after us, so we won't call. Tempting in the big blind, I think probably we'd get the right price. I'm glad we didn't have to do that. I hope the cat's alright. You hear that? She sounded very annoyed by that, but kind of had to try and wipe the side of her as much as possible so she wouldn't be tempted to lick it, you know, later on. She's out there, it's quite rainy out there, so hopefully that'll sort it out a bit. She was just getting a bit itchy, you know, she was getting a bit fleaky, guys. You're on a... I feel like I'm justifying animal cruelty here, but honestly, she was getting a bit itchy and she needed to have it done, so she was asleep and I did it. Okay, I did it. I'm guilty. Sue me. So we get we've got 3 tables again. Oh, just cool here. A huge amount of value in just jamming it in. Light bicycle. well be a bit light, but you never know. This guy's aggressive, so we definitely want to call here and sort of value our ace pretty highly. Snap bets, which is cool. Also, you can have an ace. Let's just see. I mean, he's pretty aggressive, so it's going to be hard to find a fold, isn't it? Okay, so we didn't find a fold, and I think that, yes, that was good. Pocket eights. We weren't going to be very happy on the river. I think I was pretty much committing it though. I was deciding on the turn. It was a good bet from him, good turn bet. I can't really have a lot of good aces, obviously I'd rejam them. So I only have, the highest I have is a weak ace really, or some kind of unlikely 2-pair I guess is the best I have. A lot of my pairs would be rejamming, so I can't really have any sets. So 6 out of 23, 5 into the money, we're powering down. This now is into the add-on. So okay, it's been quite healthy. I think we'll get over the guarantee. I'd like to see at least make the 4K, but I think that's not going to happen. It's a nice board. Pocket queens. This guy's been very aggressive. This is kind of pretty dreamy spot. We could flat, we could free bet. I'm gonna err towards free betting. Playing position. I don't think he's folding a lot to that bet, though I could be wrong. Just isolates him, get him heads up. He's really played with us. He's got a bit of a dynamic with us, so he may feel like we're disrespecting him. And if you're out there, yeah, we are disrespecting you, so please don't suck out. I'm in raised from a weaker player, playing a pretty wide range, so we have to call. Wow, we get the jam and the jam. So, interesting. What can he be rejamming to this? We can be cooled here, but we have to call. It's obviously a big hand. He just has aces. Wow, he's so aggressive that I can't really give him credit for a lot. Oh dear. So we get cooled, guys, cooled, and he wins all the money. Aces against queens there. When someone's that aggressive, 41-36, 24% free bet, you can't really put them on aces, and that's the beauty of that style in many ways. So where are we now? We're 18 out of 20, 18 paid, so we're in a new battle now, a kind of a donkey battle to finish, you know, get the $30 bubble, because that's a nice bubble, and then we can take it from there. So that's the goal in any tournament. Respect the sort of ICM, make the money, get your money sorted, get a bit of money going on. So we're going. That's it. We're going towards 4K. That's good news. I'd love to go hand against hand here, hand on hand action. Just fold because this guy's this girl, maybe Princess Mayella, is pretty decent. This guy jams. He's not really very aggressive. We have to get the fours in. I think we have to get this in, but we're not enthusiastic. It could well be ace king. It also could be ace jack, and we're going to be in a lot of flips of pairs. Here's ace king. That's the problem there. Heart for sweats. We got sweats, guys. I've got lots of sweats. Oh no, no follow through. So looks like it's going to go wrong here. That's a shame. Tempted to fold. He's been 17-9. He's been quite tight. It's just quite hard to fold it when it's shorter handed as well. When you make the money, what can you do? Sometimes you've got to go with those. It's pretty narrow. I don't hate a fold as well. We've got to kind of go for it in certain spots as well. There, that's the thing. one's got almost nothing. I'd like to see them go, then we can... Is he sitting out, or... Oh, he's in the small blind. And we'll open a suited ace this deep. High hopes of exciting flops. Simon C, the fish, it's great to have him. And the sharks, 38-10. We'd love to have them both involved. We'd love to see that. But we just get one of them. And we flop trip sixes. It's quite an honest fold to bet there. It looks like none of us have anything, so maybe this will be a good thing. Try and just commit him psychologically so we can do something, but he doesn't want any piece of this. He knows who he's taking on. But just keep opening. So we get min re-raised by this guy. He's kind of like our nemesis, so we want to play lots of pots with him. We're very deep, so we're okay with this. Obviously we're getting this in. Try and make it look like just a raise to people that aren't paying attention. Make it look a bit stronger to psychologically. Then we're going to get some folds. This guy won't fold though, surely. He's got an aggressive nature. Donkey nature. Should be ahead. Oh well, we're in a flip. Hearts. No, come on guys, one time, let's do this. No, there's no doing it. Gone from that. This guy here should be opening a lot, so we are still in the bottom bit, so we will rejam. And he has it. Can't believe this. Thought we'd at least been a... So we're out of that. Oh no. So it's kind of gone wrong. So we'll leave the recording there for tonight. And I will, if we get to the final table, I may well record it and you can watch it in the morning. Watch me win. But not now. This guy again, so we will play him. Just waiting to extract some value from this guy. At the moment we just keep missing. Okay.